Mathematics made stress-free. In this chapter, we will show that mathematics is not a difficult subject, as we often believe. Some of the students and even the guardians believe. Mathematics need not give you tension. It is as simple as ABC, and it is also enjoyable. We often think that math is a ghost. It's not a ghost. It's just a beautiful, beautiful subject to learn, a beautiful thing to absorb, something beautiful to feel, and something beautiful to do. I was amazed and horrified to see a string of formulae in a middle school math book. So many for just one chapter? 6 formulae for one chapter. And if the student has 15 chapters, he would have to commit to memory at least 90 to 100 formula. And by the time he commits to memory 100 formulae, he would forget which formula to apply in which kind of questions. What do you expect a student's brain to be? An infinitely expandable dustbin? You're cramming his head with useless formula. And is this what we call stress-free teaching? A single formula with just a few simple facts should suffice to solve all problems on one chapter and all the related chapters. For instance, the formula we are giving will solve not only questions on profit loss chapter but also on related chapters like discount or any chapter connected with increase or decrease of any value, including interest, including percentage increase and decrease, and many other similar questions where essentially a value is altered through a certain percentage. Now the fact is, gain or increase is plus, loss or decrease is minus. Obviously the student is not going to forget it. No one can forget this, that increase is plus, decrease is minus. So a profit of 15% is to be written as plus 15% or plus 15 upon 100 or plus 0.15. A loss of 25% is to be written as minus 25% or minus 25 upon 100 or minus 0.25. Another formula is selling price is cost price to 1 plus R, or final value is initial value into 1 plus R, where R is a fractional gain or loss. Remember, we always write plus R. R is automatically minus if it is loss or decrease. So 15% must be written as 15 upon 100 or 0.5. It is to be regarded as plus 0.15 if it is gain and minus 0.15 if it is loss. Now the formula is immensely useful because the same formula can be used for any value increased or decreased by a certain percentage. Let us look at the first question. A shopkeeper sold an article for Rs 4500 and incurred a loss of 10%. Find the cost price. Loss means minus, and 10% means either 10 by 100 or 0.10. SP is CP into 1 plus R. We keep the formula as plus R, but when we put the value, we will put R is minus 1 by 10 or minus 0.10. Solving it, we get X as 5,000. A second question. A shopkeeper sold an article costing 5,000 for 4500. Find the gain or loss percent. Again, SP is CP into 1 plus R. We keep it as plus R. If it's negative, then we will know it's minus. If R, the value of R comes to be positive, we know it's gain. So 4500 is 5,000 into 1 plus R, and solving it we get are as minus 10% or minus 1 by 10, so it is a loss of 10%. X sells a watch to Y at 10% loss and Y sells it to Z at 20% profit. If Z pays rupees 1080, for how much did X buy it? See the serial sequence. X to Y, 10% loss or minus 10%. Y to Z, 20% profit or plus 20%. So final value 1080 is initial value X into 1 minus 10%. You can write 1 minus 10 by 100 or 0.10 into 1 plus 20%, which you can write as 20 by 100 or 0.20. Loss being minus and gain being plus. So 1080 is X into 1 minus 1 by 10 into 1 plus 2 by 10, and we get X as 1000. X sold an article to Y at 10% loss, Y sold it to Z at 10% gain, and Z sold it to a customer at 20% gain. Now, if the final customer had paid the same amount and bought it direct from X, how much would X have gained or lost? Final selling price is X into 1 minus 10% or 1 minus 0.1 into 1 plus 0.1, that is 1 plus 10%, into 1 plus 0.2 or 1 plus 20%. You can also write 1 by 10 and 2 by 10 for 10% and 20%. Solving it, we get X as 0.188. When you multiply by 100, you get 18.8%. Until now, we have used only one formula for all these questions. Now, this formula may also be used where quantities are stepwise increased or decreased. For example, a serial discount of 10%, 20%, and 25% is equal to a single discount of how much? So the final price will be initial price into 1 minus 10%, 1 minus 20%, 1 minus 25%. You can write it as 10 by 100, 20 by 100, 25 by 100, or as 0.10, 0.20, and 0.25. And you get final price is initial price into 0.54 or initial price into 1 minus 0.46. So the discount is 0.46 or 46%. Her value is first increased by 20% and then decreased by 20%. By how much percent is the final value greater or smaller in relation to the initial value? Now, final value is initial value into 1 plus 20% into 1 minus 20%. 1 plus 0.2 or 20 by 100 into 1 minus 0.2 or 1 minus 20 by 100. And it's giving you final value is initial value into 0.16 or initial value into 1 minus 0.04. Minus showing it is decrease or less. So it is less by 0.04 or 4%. 0.04 is 4 by 100 and 4 by 100 is 4%. A's salary is 25% more than B. By how much is B's salary less than A's? A plus 25% B. This is how we frame it in our mind. A increase by 25% and you get B. So B is A into 1 plus 0.25. You could also write it as B equals A into 1 plus 25 by 100. So B is A into 1.25, or you can get A into 1 by 4, or B equals A into 5 by 4. And in anyhow, you go on solving, you will get A equals B into 1 minus 1 by 5, or A equals B into 1 minus 0.2. So the decrease is 0.2 or 20%. And we have used till now only one formula. So which is better? Many formula for one chapter or one formula for many chapters? So once we know that you can apply one formula or one concept to all the related matters in mathematics, you'll find mathematics not to be one of insurmountable difficulty, but one of infinite enjoyment. So, maths is fun. Let's look at maths not as something of a demon, but as a beautiful feeling, a beautiful experience in our lives. Goodbye.